All right, mate. Let's look here. TKO. It is very interesting, to be honest. It's actually just popping. It's actually moving, trying to move slightly. You can see it had the spike and it's kind of trying to move back up. Um, and it's kind of a breakout of this range. So it is well spotted. There's kind of a range here and we're trying to break out. You can see the consolidation here is above the range here. Like all of these consolidations are all below the range, and this is the first consolidation. So, maybe it just wants to kind of run, and even if it tests up here, what sort of percentage is that for the first target? It means 3 or 4% back to that sort of level. Let's just zoom out a little bit. So it could obviously run a lot more. Like if this, if this bullish consolidation here, it's in compression. And if this could pop up, it could run. Like when this was in compression on the range here or whatever, you can see the push up, the consolidation and the compression between the moving averages, the push up, the consolidation and compression between the moving averages. Both of them are pretty much the same. Right there and right in here. Kind of didn't draw that very well, but you know what I mean. In there. And then once it actually did break, it had a good run to the upside. So we are just trying to break out again, kind of similar to where we were back there. What I liked about this last one was the test pump and then the failure to break lower. It's a spike higher, a failure, came back down, tried to go lower, couldn't go lower and push back up. Once you get this bullish engulfing candle right there, that's when you want to be buying, and that's the safe entry, and then you move up your stop. We don't have the test pump here. Maybe we still need to create it, and maybe we won't get one. Who knows? But if we can start breaking out, this first candle today is likely not going to break out of the range. You never know. You never know. But 8 hours left. It's more likely that we would get a candle like that, and then you get follow through out of the range. So if we finish strong here today, the next day might actually be the one that breaks out of the range. So I think that's probably the safer way to play it. But that means, well, waiting until a new day potentially. If you want to get in now, you probably have to put your stop below the low of today, which is 2% risk. Or below the open today, not the low. Below the open, you don't want to see this flip red on the day at all. So even if you bought into this first green day here and had your stop on the open, well, you actually would have got stopped out. Look at that. It came back down and stopped out the open. See that? Well, that's something to keep an eye on. Maybe it's better keeping a stop loss below the candle, below your low today. But it's just popped up there. Just moving as I'm talking. Look at this. Pop right up. Bloody hell. That's kind of what we're trying to catch. This pop up here. But anyway, if this is going to be a breakout like it was back here, this is just confirmation. A bullish day like this would be confirmation. And then you buy the dip on the next day. You buy the dip back down, and buy into this dip and have a stop below yesterday's low. So you buy the dip and then put your stop below that low, and you're in here somewhere. And then if it's holding, obviously it's a great sign, and you can see where it ran. Ideally, you'd be looking for something similar here. You'd buy into the dip tomorrow, somewhere there, and put your stop below the low here, and see where this can go. At this point, we are trying to create a bullish engulfing 2-week candle, and then the new 2-week candle you'd have to think wants to BART back up. If we do BART back up here on the next 2 weeks, this is a BART back up, and it's potentially very strong. Then you have something, well, depends where you want to draw it or whatever, or where it closes, but you can kind of see that that's probably the pattern it's trying to go for. If it forms that and the market is still bullish, then there's a good chance to break on out to the upside.